Okay, so
आमची प्रेझेंटी बिझेंटी काय नाही घेत. मम्मी खायला दे का? ए मम्मी खायला दे, भूक लागली.
The substances just while I'm sharing the PPT. Yes, students. Chicken. Just again, students, as we taking code, so the second. Small particles. So such a small particles they are. The objects that are made up of substance. So objects have specific shape. They are part of the specific arrangement. Okay, now what are objects? Objects are made up of substances. Okay, if the object is given specific shape and arrangement, the object looks attractive. Okay, for example, from wood, plastic and steel we can make table, chair and cupboard. Okay, all these things require a specific shape as well as a specific arrangement is also seen in this type of examples. Now the substances have strength to require to make these articles. If the substance does not have strength, will that object be good of good quality? No. Whatever substances we are taking to make the object, that object should be having that substance should have a strength. Okay, the article should require a strength. It means that we consider the property of substances to use them for making things. So whenever you want to make something, what point you take in consideration, that the substance should have a strength to make a article. If the substance does not have any strength, we cannot make any object from that. So the property of the substance is that the substance should have strength to make any type of object. Okay, now in this lesson we are going to study about natural substances. Now what are natural substances? Natural substances means which are available, which are very easily available in our surrounding, in the nature. That is called as natural substances. The substances which are available in the nature is called as natural substances. Now in the first chapter we have studied about biotic substances and biotic and abiotic. Now what is biotic and what is abiotic? Now biotic means the substance which obtained from the living things, means what, whatever sources that are available in the surrounding which are natural. For example, air, oil, water, these substances obtained from the living thing, from the nature, these substances are called as biotic substances. Biotic means the substances which are related with the nature. Okay. Now, what is abiotic? Now, abiotic means air, soil, water, and substances that are not obtained from the living things, means they are not obtained from the living things, as well as they are not the part of the natural resources. So they are as biotic substances. Understood about the biotic and abiotic substances? Biotic means all the living things which are present in the surrounding, for example air, soil, water. And abiotic means which are not obtained from the living things. Now, as the natural substance, we are talking about natural substances. So from animals also we get leather and wool. Okay, from sheep we get wool. So the animal, from animals also we get some substances. So these substances which we get from animals are called as animal origin. So from animals what do we get? We get leather and wool that are obtained from animals. So whatever substances that are obtained from animals are called as animal origin. Okay. From plants what do you get? You get jute and cotton. So the substances which are are obtained from plants are called as plant origin. So on in this slide we have studied about what are natural substances, what is biotic substances, what is abiotic substances, what is plant origin, and what is animal origin. So going to the next slide. Man-made substances. Now new substances are produced processing the natural available substances called as man-made substances. As you all know that the man is having very much knowledge. Man is an intelligent person and he always tries to do the experiments with the substances whichever are available in the nature. And whenever he makes some new substances or produces new substance by processing the natural available substances, those things or substances are called as man-made substances. Now here in the picture you can see the chair which is made up of plastic, the pot, the book. Okay, there are several such substances which are easier to use, means these things are very easy to use and they are of low cost, means whatever man is making the substances or things that he is thinking in the mind that the people can use it very easily, as well as they have to pay less amount of money for it also. Okay, and these substances can be used for large scale also. So this is about the man-made substances. So what is man-made substances? Whatever man has created new substances produced by processing the natural available substances are called as man-made substances. Means what? Whatever things are available in the nature. So what man is doing? The man is processing same natural available substances and making man-made substances. Okay. Then the next topic is rubber and vulcanization of rubber. Now rubber are two types. One is natural and other is artificial type. Now we will see about natural rubber. Now natural rubber is obtained from the gum or the sap of the trees. This sap is called as latex. Okay, now in the chapter second, in the chapter second, that is reproduction, you have seen that the plants excrete the waste product from the barks. Okay, I told you that there is some sticky substances which is excreted by the plant uh, during the excretion process. So this excretion is nothing but that is gum or the sap of the trees. This sap is called as latex. What this sap is called? Latex. Now the rubber has peculiar odor and it is white in color. Now this is the natural rubber. Now natural rubber is obtained from the trees, that is from the bark of the trees. Whatever excreted part is taken, thrown out of the plant, that is seen in the form of gum or the sap of the trees. This sap is called as latex and it has a peculiar odor and it is white in color. So this is about the natural rubber. Now, if we want to study in deep about the artificial rubber, now how the artificial rubber is produced. Now, when the rubber is heated with the sulfur for 3 to 4 hours. So now what we have taken rubber. And what we have taken along with the rubber, we have taken sulfur. And what we have done, we have heated this process for 3 to 4 hours. After heating for 3 to 4, what do you see? We see that there is hardness to the rubber, means the rubber has become hard by mixing with the sulfur. And the proportion of the sulfur in the mixture determines the purpose for which the rubber is used. This process is called as vulcanization. Means what? When the rubber is heated with sulfur for 3 to 4 hours, what you get? You get a rubber. The rubber gets the characteristics of hardness. That means the rubber becomes hard when it is mixed with the sulfur. Okay. This process of heating the rubber with sulfur for 3 to 4 hours, this process is called as vulcanization of the rubber. Okay. Now we have seen many different things available in the market which are made up of rubber. Eraser, then ball, toys, even tires. So these are the things which are obtained from the rubber. Okay, now you must have seen why the rubber is made harder. Yes, the rubber is used as a tire for vehicles. So the tire should be harder. It should have a grip for moving on the road. So it should be hard. So the rubber quality should be hard. So the rubber is heated with the sulfur. This process for 3 to 4 hours, and this process is called as vulcanization. Now you must have got an idea why the rubber is heated. Okay. Now the Charles Goodyear, he is a scientist. What he did, he spilled the mixture of rubber and sulfur on a burning stone. Now in that time there was no gas. Okay, so what he did, he used a burning stove. And in on the burning stove, what did he kept? He kept the mixture of sulfur and rubber. So what did he notice afterwards? That the rubber has become harder and less elastic. Okay, what the property after heating does the rubber get? The rubber get the property of becoming harder. And what is the property of the rubber? It has become less elastic. Now he repeated this experiment in the systematic way. So this process is called as vulcanization. Okay, now you can see the tire. Okay, it is hard, tough. Tires made up of rubber. Hence, the revolutionary change in the transport. When the rubber was invented, after that, the revolutionary change in the transport came, because the tires are made up of rubbers. When the wheel was invented, the revolutionary, that means the transportation system was actually started after the invention of the tires. Okay. Then paper. Now the paper is a substance or the material formed by interviewing of the cellulose fibers. Now cellulose fiber is present in plants. Which plants it is present? It is present in grass, wood, rags or waste paper. Now the paper is the kind of network of cellulose fibers. Okay. So now what is the paper? What is the paper? Paper is a substance which is made up of cellulose fiber, which is made up of interviewing of cellulose fibers. And the students the process words for making the paper. Okay, conifers which trees use. Just a second, student. There is some problem. Again, I have to join. Just a second. Okay. I hope you are able to hear me. Now we were talking how the paper is made up of. The coniferous trees like pine means the which trees use coniferous trees are used to make the paper. Now in coniferous trees, what is used? The bark of the logs of the tree means what the tree's bark is used. It is first removed and the wood is broken into the small pieces. Then this mixture is mixed with some just a second, students. Okay. The mixture of these pieces means what? The wooden barks are broken down into the small pieces, and with this mixture of pieces are mixed with some chemicals and kept soaking for a long time. So what will happen? A pulp is formed. So when this chemical process is completed, the wood pulp is separated and some dyes are added, and the pulp is then added, then passed through the roller and to form the paper. So I will show you how the process actually takes place. Now here you can see the trees. The trees barks are logged and it is processed. So what they are, they are peeled. The logs are peeled. Then debarking of the log is done, and the powder of the log is done. It is mixed with the adding dyes. It is kept for a long time so that a pulp is prepared. Just a second, students. There is lot of issue of network problem. So Yes, students, are you able to hear me?